Good evening. Yeah, good to be back home. Rough trip out west for us. Had a good couple of days of work when we got back, and thought our guys came out really well, responding to some key areas of focus in the first half. Thought of some slippage in the second half, but we'll get back and clean it up and get ready for URI on Saturday.
Questions from the players?
Yeah, for Jaylin, especially in the first half, some open looks that can get you going a little bit, but defensively you guys are much better in obviously the first half.
For the most part, that's how my mindset was just focus on just leading the team and making sure that we focus on defense. That was my ultra thing, and the basketball God just blessed me with making shots. Other than that, I was just worried about leading my team.
How do you point to the second half? Obviously, the defense wasn't the same.
We slacked off. They made shots. We had a few plays where we didn't have high hand. I feel like it started with me, jumping at the first shot. So, we got to watch the second half and watch this game like we lost.
Jaylin, you were, a very good shooter earlier in your career at Ball State. Just how important is that to your game, and how much in a game like this can give you that confidence?
It's very important, but I just been focused on just leading the team. And if the shots go in, I'm always grateful because I put in the work. But my main focus is just making sure that I lead the guys.
Jason, 2 straight games for you coming off the bench. How much is that just an opportunity for you to kind of give a spark?
Going into the game, I just do whatever coach tells me to do, and I'm just focused on winning.
Can that be a good role for you, or we'll see how things shake the rest of the year?
Whatever coach tells me to do, I'm just going to do whatever coach tells me to do.
Stefan, double for you, double assists. Just how comfortable are you, kind of more, getting that facilitating role a little bit?
I think that's just my job on the team.
None of you guys played in the Rhode Island game. It's a rivalry game here in this state. Is there anything that you can do to maybe get ready for that atmosphere? Maybe it comes from the coaching staff. I'm not quite sure. Steph? You probably don't even know what University of Rhode Island is.
No, I do know, but just do what we do in practice. Focus on defense. Focus on us. I think today we did a good job on being unselfish, and I think we gotta keep doing that. And just, I don't know how packed the gym is gonna be, but I hope there's gonna be a lot of fans, and we will be prepared.
Any more questions from the players? Questions for Coach?
Kim, would you say that slippage in the second half? Obviously, they made a lot of threes. It reminded me of the Holy Cross game a little bit.
Yeah, if you close out with a low hand, it ups the chances of three-point shots going in. And again, what we're searching for is maturity that is consistent and unchanging. And we're building that and molding that. It didn't click right away. Things you got to learn as a team, I guess. I know that if I go into a half down 31 points, I'm going to be pissed off coming out of halftime. If I'm number 0 from that team, and I'm going to play really, really hard on defense and offense. And I felt like the start of the second half, they played harder than us. And the game of basketball rewards the team that plays the hardest.
How frustrating is that for you at the game?
It is frustrating. But my frustration doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is our guys getting it, and they did it for a 20-minute spell at a pretty good level. Excuse me. It's about the leadership, the focus of carrying that over to the second half. If you're down 10, if you're down 2, if you're up 2, if you're up 20, if you're it's just what you do. It's just what you do. If it's a loose ball, you dive on it. When you close out to a shooter, if he's a shooter or a non-shooter, you have a high hand. When the ball goes up, you look, you find a man, you hit him. That's just what you do. You run your hardest in transition defense, and you talk and you get matched up. It's just what you do to the best of your ability. And we're continuing to build that focus in our group.
What do you liked about having Jason come off the bench, kind of being that spark?
Yeah, we're really focusing on what's best for our team right now. It's not about starting. It's never been about starting. For me, it's about our rotation. It's about who finishes games. I thought he had a great a focus coming into the game today, and I thought he played well. I thought he made the right plays on offense. And I thought he competed on defense.
Can you comment on Saturday was usually a pretty electric atmosphere?
Yeah, it's great. Rivalry games are always really, really good. And Rhode Island, some impressive wins early. I watched some this morning at Yale, really impressive win. Played some good teams. Towson, beat Temple good. He won the night by 10, against Brown. It's a great game with great historical implications in this state, and we'll be ready to go.
As a coaching staff, do you guys have to put in some extra work just to educate the guys, just considering a lot of them haven't played in this rivalry?
I guess it would be for both teams, in this new age of college basketball. It's the next game on our schedule, and it's an important game as we're trying to get our stuff right in front of our fans.
Do rivalry games like this lose a bit of luster in the sense that there's so much roster turnover a little bit where maybe players aren't as familiar with each other?
I don't know.
Played in a lot of big rivalry games in college.
Yeah, I think our 2 games against Rhode Island have been very competitive and high intensity and competitive and fiery and games. I think they played really hard last year. I think we played really hard last year. I think it was a good game.
I saw Duncan pregame, shooting a little bit. Where is he?
Yeah, we hope he'll be.
Practice at all for him?
Not yet. He's ramping up. He got a weight workout in the day, which is the next step. Tomorrow he'll get some on-court stuff. Hopefully be in practice Thursday, Friday, and be ready to go on Saturday.
You think he could play Saturday?
We do.
Where do you think you are with your cohesion, if that's the word, through 9 games? Because it's tough to pinpoint.
That's everything right now, is the cohesion. It's in this new era of putting teams together with random pieces. Like one of 2 things that happen early. It either clicks, the chemistry clicks with the guys, or it doesn't click and you have to mold it. You have to work through it. You have to teach. You have to get them to adapt and embrace your culture. And that's where we are. We're working it and figuring it out. And getting our guys to focus on and commit to defense and focus and commit to simply making the right play on offense. Nothing else. Nothing else. We don't want nothing else. We want to focus and commit on defense and simply make the right play. We don't care how many points you score. We don't care how many shots you shoot. We don't care how many minutes you play. Focus and commit on defense and focus and commit to making the right play on offense. And I thought our guys did a good job of that in the first half. And it's no wonder the ball fell through the net, the way it did. When you're focused on other stuff, it don't work in your favor. No one wants to watch that. People like to watch selfless teams. They like to watch tough, hard-playing teams. And I thought we were that in the first half tonight.
Where have you seen Stefan evolve as a facilitator?
No different than the first time Matt Palumbo walked in my office and said, "I think I found us one." And we watched him on film, his Estonian team playing against Dijon, a team from the top league in France. And Phil Booth from Villanova was on Dijon. He's not just a shooter, he's a great playmaker and passer. He's been that for us all year. You know, looking back at some of our losses, you know, in Colorado in particular, it's like, you know, should have had him in a lot more ball screens because he makes the right play. It's in him. It's trained. It's European basketball. Just make the right play. You know, and he did a great job of that all night.